Good morning everyone and welcome to our writing lesson. Of course we have been learning how to write a procedure, which is how to do something or how to make something. We've also been learning about verbs, which are doing words, run, jump, hop, skip. We've also been learning about commas. So last week we started to learn about commas. A comma is a type of punctuation. It is used for all sorts of things, but we've been learning how to use a comma to separate items in a list. Last week we talked about using commas to separate items in our list of materials when we did our procedure, but you can use a comma for any type of list. Today I'm going to show you how to just make a list of verbs and use a comma to separate them. So I've just done a sentence on the board and my sentence says, when I go to the park, I like to swing, climb, jump, run, slide. So I've just made a list of verbs and you use the comma to separate each verb in the list. So I like to swing, climb, jump, run, and before you get to the last one, you just need to write the word and to show that your list is coming to an end. So the word and just goes before the very last word in your list. This just happens to be a list of verbs. You can use commas and the word and with any list that you write if it's in a sentence like this. So, when I go to the park, I like to swing, climb, jump, run, and slide. It just helps us to put the correct punctuation into this sentence. All right, your little activity is in your lined writing book, you're going to write the date and then you're going to copy this sentence. It's similar to my one that I just did. It says, at the park, I like to play, jog, skip, ride, laugh. So I've got a different list of verbs. The verbs are play, jog, skip, ride, laugh. And I want you to put a comma in between each verb, and then you need to write the word and before the last verb. So that's your little activity in your lined writing book. You can do that now or you can do that later. And now I'm going to show you our fun activity for today. For procedure today, we are going to make something first. So hopefully you've got some pasta at home and some string because we're going to make a groovy pasta necklace. So I'm going to go through the procedure. I'm just going to talk about it and then you're going to be able to make it. So this procedure is called How to Make a Pasta Necklace. The goal is to make a pasta necklace. The materials you need are string, scissors, and be very careful. Notice how I'm using my little safety part of holding the scissors at the bottom. Very safe. And some pasta. So the pasta can be any pasta you like. I just happen to have two colours in my cupboard. Normal, regular yellow pasta, and I've got a pretty orange colour as well, as long as it's got a hole in it to thread this over the string. So your first step, now we're going to make the necklace. Step number 1 is to cut a long piece of string. Cut a piece of string. Step number 2 is in the end of your string, you need to tie a knot. Now this part's a little bit tricky. So cut your string, tie a knot in the end. Now you need to do more than just one knot. I usually go over and over and do lots of knots because I want to go over the knot to make a really huge knot because you want the knot to be big enough to keep your pasta on your string. You might need an adult to help you. See how I've ended up with a really big knot? So that my pasta is not going to fall off my string. Now I've started to thread mine and I've happened to do a pattern because I've got two colours. You don't have to do that, of course. So I've got yellow, orange, yellow, orange. You can just thread one type of pasta on if that's what you've got. It doesn't really matter as long as you're making your necklace. So I'm threading my pasta on. That's step number 2. Actually, it's step number 3 because step number 1 is to cut the string. Step number 2 is to tie the knot. And step number 3 is to thread the pasta onto the string. And step number 4 is to tie the ends together. So you need to tie another knot. You need to have enough string to tie, maybe not this much, but enough string to tie, and then you tie the ends together. Now I would suggest doing at least 2 knots so that it doesn't all fall apart. Okay, and there you have a beautiful, groovy, pretty pasta necklace, and I'm going to put it on because it is very beautiful. Oh, I've just made it big enough to fit over my head. And it's so lovely that I think I might wear this when I go out for dinner, when I'm allowed out. My first time that I go out for dinner, I'm going to wear my pretty pasta necklace. All right, I'm going to show you what your next little job is, your next little task. So what you're going to do is you are so lucky that you get to make your pasta necklace. So it says, follow the steps and make a groovy pasta necklace. Have fun. When you have finished, in your scrapbook, write the title, Pasta Necklace, and draw your necklace. Label the necklace with the words string, pasta, and knot. The words are there to copy as well. If you are at school, you're going to do the same thing, but you're just going to draw the beautiful necklace that I made in the screencast. Okay? Now that's what you're going to do for today. But I'm also going to just show you what you can do if you get some spare time and you are allowed to do some more of this. So if you are at home, if you are at school, you just draw my necklace here. Now, another day on a weekend or another time when you've got some spare time and you want something to do, you might make some matching jewelry. Here I have a beautiful bracelet in the same colours, so it's matching. And I've also made some beautiful earrings as well. I'm going to take off my glasses so I can put my earrings in my ears. Oh, I've got double earrings. So they just loop over like that. Don't they look beautiful? So look at me. I'm looking beautiful with my necklace and my bracelet and my earrings. And you can do that too when you have some free time. Today's job though is just to make the necklace. But if you have other free time and you're looking for something to do, there's some other ideas. All right, everyone, have fun.